What up and welcome to this new Toy Story figure review. So, what up and welcome to this new Toy Story figure review, and I think we can all safely say that this figure review was long overdue. So if you're happy that it's finally here, definitely hit that like button, and if you haven't already, definitely go and subscribe right now if you want to see more Toy Story figure reviews. They are coming this year. I'm no longer saying this week, next month, next fucking millennia. It's happening this year. Alright, we're cool on that, we're Gucci on that, great. Anyway, sorry. This figure review has been on my mind forever. Sorry, got some dust right there. It really has been a while. Once you get dust on your desk, you know it's been f***ing forever since you either cleaned it or did a proper figure review. Anyway, this figure review has been on my mind since forever because this is such a awesome figure, and doing it justice by making a figure review is something that I was very nervous about. So I'm just gonna give it a shot. We'll see where it goes. I'm gonna, edit some nice video effects to it. But anyway, let's talk about the figure by starting off talking about the box actually. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty huge box, and I'm talking this box is enormous. I will put it to the left for a quick size comparison. And I'm comparing it to another figure review, the figure that we'll be taking a look at. And that is the Takara Tomy Toy Story 4 Buzz Lightyear. And these boxes are enormous. Now for another size comparison for how big this box is, let me grab my utility belt. Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. This is a pretty enormous box. So, and before you go down in the comments, no, it's not for sale, I'm not selling these, please stop f***ing commenting that, alright? It's getting annoying right now. Anyway, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna grab the Buzz and put him to the side again, but as you can see, he is pretty f***ing huge. So, by the way, I'm gonna try and keep these figure reviews not as long as I used to have these. Mostly because people will lose interest over time, and if I was watching this, I would want to have a nice quick review by the best, and sorry, just go down and subscribe. Anyway, as you can see, pretty huge box, but yeah, we're gonna take a look at Woody today. So let me put the box of Buzz to the side right there. So starting off, let's take a look at everything that we're noticing right now. So, this is the Medicom Toy Story Woody Ultimate Action Figure. Now, it's definitely the best bar none, and I haven't even shown you the figure yet, but I can safely say this is the best Woody ever. I've seen the Toy Story 4 Woody, it doesn't compare to this. Anyway, taking a look at the box. At the top of the box we got this nice picture of Woody saying, "You've got a friend in me," with his badge saying Sheriff, that, spoiler alert for Toy Story 4 right now, he gave to Jessie at the end. That was, I don't know, I found it a bit over the top, but it's whatevers. I didn't really like crazy go wild over that scene, but anyway. As you can see at the bottom, it has the nice Disney Pixar Toy Story logo, and on the right corner it says produced and manufactured by Medicom Toy. Now that's it for the front of the box, and for the side, both sides of the box is just pretty blank. Just, yeah, this. Nothing really crazy. Now for the back of the box, we just have this enormous logo of the Toy Story, and below it just says Disney Pixar as well on the top. So yeah, and at the bottom is like ages 15 and up, and a warning sign for pride for a choking hazard. Anyway, that's it for the box. Now I'm gonna show you how f***ing dope. Just give me a sec. So the box, the way you open it, it has two small magnets on the inside right here. I think it's like two. And what you do, you just grab it. Yeah, you just pull it. So it's like this. And oh my god. If you haven't watched Toy Story 2, first of all, what the alright? What the actual why are you watching this? Anyway, if you've watched Toy Story 2, you can probably notice a few very familiar logos here and there, but as you can see, it has this very dope, very old school style of stickers of Woody, of Bullseye. Can we see a Jessie? Nope, there's no Jessie sticker on here, but it just has these nice Sheriff Woody. Oh yeah, tough guy. It has all these kinds of quotes. I'm loving the detail on here. It's so very old school Western. I love it. They nailed that part. So that's it for the inside of the box. Not really, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so we zoom out, and now you just grab this very carefully. You pull it back, and that's it. End of the video. No. Anyway, yeah, it's just a piece of cardboard. Pretty nice, nothing crazy. Just gonna put that to the side right now. And you just grab the foam. And again, slowly. Boom. There's your money shot. There he is. The OG sheriff himself, Woody. Now, this, bruh, and shoddy. I've had this figure for I think almost 2 years now, and every fucking time I see this, I see his face like that, I'm just like, I'm starstruck, you know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, now this is some premium quality stuff right here. I mean, I can zoom in even further for the face, not creepy at all. The detail is on point. And it's also a very expensive figure, so it would be very, very nice if they also shown that in the figure. And as you can see, the detail on his eyes is just crazy. The head is beautiful. I'm gonna zoom out for those people who are kind of creeped out. So, as you can see, there are 2 slots. You can only see the top one. Let me zoom out even further. Now, as you can see, right there are 2 slots for 2 faces. And what you do, you simply just pull this out. And now that is creepy. For if there are any young kids watching, just skip like, I don't know, 10 seconds ahead, because I'm gonna zoom in on that face for you. Because, bruh, this is generally adding some Here's Johnny vibe for me right now. Oh boy. The Shining was one creepy ass movie. It was dope, but Jack Nicholson, man, oh my god. Anyway, pretty dope face. You can just pull it out by grabbing it by its nose, but you know, once we do the whole accessory part, I'm gonna just put him on there and you know, we'll have a good laugh. But anyway, I'm gonna zoom out right now. So as you can see, this is just crazy. As you can see, there's just a small little booklet about the figure and how it works and everything. Keep in mind, it's still sealed. Kinda says a lot about me, but you know, I just grabbed the figure, went to town, and I even made a Christmas stop motion. I'll show it right now without the audio because copyright is a fucking bitch. So I'll just talk over it, blah, 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 nothing crazy. But yeah, I just used that figure to make the stop motion. It was excellent. I never had to use a stand for him or anything. He doesn't come with a stand either. So you do get a booklet with it talking about, you know, the accessories, how it works. I already said that. Anyway, I also kind of like it how, look at this, it's really just in the shape of his head. He really has one pointy ass nose, as you can see, goddamn. So, that's it for the box, and now I'm just gonna grab him out, we'll put him in a nice pose, we'll talk about the figure, articulation wise, the accessories, and keep it nice and short, I guess, I'm not really sure, we'll see. Anyway, here we go. And here we have Woody himself, and as you can see, this figure, first of all, see how there's no stand on this boy. He's doing it all by himself. There ain't no hidden see-through stand or something. There aren't any, you know, little things holding him up. Nothing. This dude is standing. Like how We've waited forever for that, boy. Like you had the old school Woody, and then you know in Toy Story 3 when that came out, you had this one. It's also pretty good Woody. It's like an immediate size comparison. And as you can see, there's a lot of differences, man. As you can see, the colors on his shirt are different. The badge is different. There are so many differences between them, and the faces. Yeah, that's definitely a big change. I love the right one a lot more, mostly because it's a lot more accurate to the movies. And it really reminds me a lot of when Andy just held Woody in his hand and looked at him, and you know, the way he smiled back at him, that was beautiful. And the Medicom Woody definitely reminds me that a lot more of that. So I'll give that one to the Medicom Woody. As for the left one of the biggest issues is, of course, this dude. Even when I try to kind of get him into pose, this man cannot stand. Even when he fell, the Medicom Woody just stood there like a f***ing king. So yeah, pretty unfortunate obviously, but it's whatevers, man. This Woody, until the Medicom Woody came out, was the definitive Woody. So it's still a very dope one, but yeah. The Medicom Woody is just a new big thing, and I highly recommend it to any, you know, big Woody fan to just get him. I know he's super expensive, but it's definitely worth it if you can get your hands on one of them. Just go to eBay and just, you know, find it for a nice price and go for it, dude. Or girl, obviously. There ain't no, you know. Anyway, let me just put the Woody away for now. So yeah, man, this Woody is just something else, as you can see. But this Woody is just something else. The detail on this Woody is just crazy. And there's only one big thing about this Woody. It's only a big thing if you are like going for 1000% accuracy. And that's this. This Woody doesn't have a pull string. It does look like it, but if you try to pull it, yeah, there ain't any movement in there. So that's really unfortunate. You know, he doesn't come with any sounds, but you know, it's kind of like, what do you want? A figure that's able to stand on his own and just look the part for 100% and can't talk, or he can talk but he can't stand for anyway. So that's the only minor thing that might be, you know, that might turn you off from buying this figure. But if that's really what takes you to lose interest for such a dope figure, alright, that's your choice. Like, I got nothing to say about it, you know, about that. It's not up to me. Now, you might be wondering, you've put him next to the former Woody, how is he in skill to other Toy Story figures? And I'll show him to Zurg and to Buzz. And here we have the dynamic duo. Obviously, I'm not using my original Toy Story collection Buzz Lightyear. I'm using the Tootsie Ball Buzz Lightyear, but still, just to get the point across, as you can see, the height difference is accurate. I love it. It looks dope, and you know, you can kind of see that I've put Woody in this nice smiling pose, like he's telling Buzz something like, "Hey, how'd you get that new utility belt?" You know, kind of like that. Or maybe he's introducing the utility belt Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 2. Remember, he escaped alongside his dad. Maybe he's reintroducing himself to that Buzz Lightyear. You know, a crazy what if story. What if the Buzz and Zurg actually joined them and went along with Woody and the gang to Andy's house, and he kind of got them from his mom. The same way he got Jessie and Bullseye from his mom. Anyway, as you can see, it's just a nice pose. I'm really liking this. And again, no stand. There was no stand used in making this, and I'm just having a lot of fun. And yes, I'm using those parts for the background just because it's such a dope, you know, representation of that Toy Story 2 vibe of you know, Al's Toy Barn. And that even though the dude's a fucking freak, when you see his collection, you're kind of going like, whoa. And you know, it's just so beautiful that I thought, why not use it as kind of like a prop. And as you can see, there's no stand used, like I said. And they're just happy bros, the dynamic duo. And again, spoiler alert, for Toy Story 4, who unfortunately they separated unfortunately at the end of the movie, and that I shed a few tears during that moment, especially when they said to each other to infinity and beyond. I was like, bruh, hold my beer. I rarely cry, but when that happened I was like, I might be 21 or something, I might be a grown man or whatever the but I still got feelings, and that hit right in my heart, man. Anyway, but seeing these together like this, as you can see, you can put them in a lot of nice poses. And yeah, I used a different face, just a laughing face, and how you remove faces, and you can change the eyes in crazy ways. I'll show that as well in just a second, but as you can see, here he is with Buzz. Now let's go and take a look how he is in comparison to Zurg. Now as you can see, here we have Zurg arguing with Woody about, what, maybe they talked about how Zurg told Buzz, the one with the belt, that, he was his father. After all this time of searching and thinking about whom could be my dad, and Zurg just, keeping it inside, and after all this time, he finally said it. He is Buzz's father, and Woody's just shocked. He's like, what? You're his dad? You don't even look like him. How is this possible? Anyway, so the figure that I'm using for this, yes, it is Zurg, and it's the Disney Store Zurg, which is by far the best Zurg figure ever, but it's a custom. The thing that makes it custom is his enormous cannon is missing, and that's because I actually have two, and if you haven't watched the custom Zurg figure review, I'll put a link to that video down in the description below if you want to see more. If you've watched the video, if you want to see more custom figure reviews, such as Warp Dark Matter and an upcoming Agent Z, don't tell anybody, and other dope Buzz Lightyear, Star Command, and just overall Toy Story figures, definitely go down and subscribe right now and hit that like button and share with all your friends and folks. Anyway, so this is a custom, and I just simply took the gun off, and yeah, as you can see, it looks dope, and it's really just, you could just, whenever you see Zurg standing like that, you could just already know what he's talking about, and the way he's talking about, the way he's talking, he's like, so I told him about this, you just hear it in your head, and Woody with the, oh. And as you can see as well, the eyes have moved, or have shifted from their standard looking directly at you to looking to the side at Zurg. And we can talk about the features right now, or we can talk about the accessories. Now, I'm gonna explain how to do the whole face swapping thing right now. I'll do that first, but as you can see, again, they are in a nice and good scale. So now, let's talk about how to switch the faces and how to change the eyes right now. Now, how do you swap the faces? It's pretty simple, but it looks pretty weird, alright? It's not like you just grab an enormous string. No, what you do is you turn his head and you simply, this is gonna look weird, you pull. That's all you do. The whole mechanic behind swapping it there, this looks really, what the f***, especially if you hold it like that. Anyway, it's simple. You just slide this, focus on that for a second, you just slide these, and I think he has two more. No, you just slide this into right there at the top, and that's basically how you swap the faces. Now, before I do that, I'm gonna quickly show you how you can make his eyes go from one direction to the other. It's very simple. Turn them around, right there. You got these two pegs, and you can just move them the way you like. I'm gonna try put them nice in the middle. Hopefully we have a normal looking Woody right now, but that's basically how you switch the eyes. And yeah, kinda nailed it. He still looks very depressed. So let's just swap the face for a nice and classic one. Here we have the classic face. So again, what you do, you just kinda slide it into there. and you kind of give it a good squeeze so it's nice and snug, and there you have your classic Woody. So yeah, now let's go and talk about the articulation, and then it's the end of the figure review. Now for the articulation, this is where this figure really shines through. Now for the head, as you can see, you can swap the faces, but you can do a full 360 to do that creepy ass Sid, you know, moment where he just says, "Play nice." Anyway, so yeah, you can do that, but I'm just quickly the other way around, not fully sure, but turning it back is a lot easier, but nothing besides that, you know, is off or anything. As for the arms, they can go all the way out to there. Well, if you stretch it, it can go that far. As for going up, that's pretty tough. It's more like when you bend the elbow, they can go pretty high. And backwards for the entire arm, he goes back that far. Pretty nice. He has a beautiful, well over 90 degrees bend at the elbow, and as for the wrist, can move all the way around, up and down with the like, what the f hand pose, you know? Or like, give me your food, or subscribe now. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the arms. As for his clothing, you just kind of move it to like that. His holster can go all the way around. Not really in and out, but who would do that again? Now for the legs, I'm gonna move the arms a bit to the back. When he goes forward, can go about that far. And yes, it's pretty hard to move it like that, but it's just leaning on my arm right now. But that's how far up it goes. Backwards with the bend, it goes to right there, but again, it does have some weight on it. And for the feet, just nice 360, up, down, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the Woody. And now he's really standing in a very weird pose, but at least you're able to put him in a weird pose. Now, let's do final thoughts, and that's it for the figure review. So, final thoughts on the Toy Story Medicom Woody, or Ultimate Woody figure. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 out of 10. This figure, bar none, is the best Woody out there. And yes, it's a very, very expensive figure, but it is the ultimate, the be all end all Woody, for me at least. And I've made a very nice stop motion with it. I had zero problems with him. I never had to grab a stand, and I didn't even use my Christmas tree or anything to help him stand. He was just able to do that on his own. Posability 10 out of 10. He has the classic face even on him right now, looking at you, and you know, just overall a beautiful figure. And I'm super happy that I got him as a, you know, I'm not even that enormous big of a fan of Woody. You know, he's like number 2 for me. Obviously number 1 in the Toy Story franchise is Buzz, duh, but you know, number 2 tied are Zurg and Woody. And to have a Woody that is just spot on, and you can put him in a lot of crazy poses, it's just, you know, we deserve it. We deserve it. You know, we as like humans overall, we deserved a fucking awesome Woody, and that's exactly what this is. If you want to have a awesome figure, spot on from the movie, or rather from all the movies, just, you know, and you have the money for it, because you know, if you are like between the age of 10 and 20, I would definitely say save your money. You know, you're young, don't go all out. You know, I'm not your parent or anything, it's just a piece of advice, because I did not do it. You know, once I had the money, I was like, let's go, I want to have this, I'm gonna go for it. And if you're like me, then, you know, it doesn't matter what I say to you, you will buy them. But, you know, I still do highly recommend them to any Toy Story fan, to any, you know, collector out there who even liked one of the 4. Just go get this figure, man. He's awesome. And if you have them, you know, if you do have the money, maybe get 2. Maybe make a custom out of one of them. Just have it, you know, go wild with it. Anyway, this figure review, I was actually scared of making this figure review because I wanted to do it so much justice, because it's just that good. Anyway, hopefully this figure review helped you to maybe make the decision whether or not you're gonna buy them or not. If you are, I'm super happy for you. If you're not, I could get it. I could understand why. Anyway, I also hope that you had an awesome day. Hopefully this video made it even awesome for you. If it did, definitely hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe if you want to see more Toy Story figure reviews and figure reviews overall. And yeah, share with all your friends and folks. And yeah, again, I hope you had an awesome day. I wish you an awesome day. See you guys and girls in the next video. Peace.